know ice road truckers, right? Well, this is like ice road idiots. Just Mr. British Airline, property of the Queen. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
In this episode of Make or Break, we take you back to 2019, pre-COVID times, to when I took my NASCharger to America to compete in the Ratical Rod Build-Off Drive-Off. Hopefully you've seen some of the NASCharger build episodes in my Hard Up Garage YouTube channel. If you have, you'll know the NASCharger was the body of a 1970 Dodge Charger used in the actual Universal Studios film franchise Fast and the Furious. So this was a 1970 Charger driven by Vin Diesel in the films and then sold to the people who staged the Fast and the Furious live arena shows. Since it was an arena show, the car had its guts stripped out and turned into an all-electric clown car that did just 11 miles an hour and did stupid fake wheelies. I then took the uber cool Charger body and with some help from friends, I put it on the chassis of a 2012 Karl Edwards NASCAR. What's happening? Something's happening.
You're not going to get it a lot better than that, are you?
That fits a bit well, doesn't it? The NASCharger was then born and I entered it into the 2019 Ratical Rod Build-Off Drive-Off. This was a friendly competition between hot rod shops to provide a platform for their work. The vehicles entered in this rally would travel the 1,500-mile Ratical route from Nebraska to Nevada and would also be displayed at this year's SEMA show in Las Vegas for some of the most important people in the auto business to view. And some of the more regular people too.
I like it. It's good. It's real good.
I mean, the car is awesome.
It is badass.
The whole car is just a beauty.
So, this is the story of what happened on the epic drive through the heartland of America, and then what happened at SEMA. This is a ride I think you'll enjoy.
Just ride all the way to the rainbow's end. Just ride, and we'll never turn our backs again.
And it's more than just my story. I travel with my wonderful dad, my crazy Charger-obsessed filmmaker Karl, and some very talented car builders from different corners of America, New Zealand, and even Canada.
So Sam's NASCharger, I mean, this was a true NASCAR they used. They had to stretch it out, put the body over top, and it held up. It did the journey, did it well. He didn't do anything to it. So it was a good testament of what they did and how many things they had to overcome and get to the final result of the car. It ran good, it was fun. He was like me, didn't have any heat in there. And so that was quite a battle in itself, but I think that was probably his only problem, was not having heat.
The story begins in a cheap motel room in Lincoln, Nebraska. I had buddied up with my dad to save money, and Karl got up a few minutes before us to capture the calm before the storm.
Good morning!
Oh, morning!
Rise and shine, people, rise and shine!
Oh. Hello, world. It's so tired.
Oh, there's nudity coming up, best avoid that.
Hello, and welcome to day one of the Ratical Rod Drive-Off. I'm Sam. I'm going to be your host for the duration of the drive. The duration of the drive will be over 3 to 4 days. I'm not 100% because I'm 100% still asleep. Give me 10 more minutes.
Get up, you lazy. Mister, let's stay up really late for no real reason on a Monday night. And now, luckily, you saw the sense in that one, didn't you?
Yeah, we went to bed early because we're good boys.
Yeah, you're good boys.
Let's go.
What was it like sleeping with your son?
Well, luckily I was really tired and went donk.
Dude, isn't he going to do his beard today?
I think so, I hope so.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be...
Shave a lot off, it looked a lot better.
Yeah. But we're not messing with your beard.
No, I look pretty ugly already. With no beard, it's even worse.
More about my different facial hair later.
Alright, you got a spot right there.
That's my mole, pal.
Yeah, well, you need to cut it off.
Over the previous few days, the competitors had dumped their creations onto my buddy Troy. Troy was a past competitor and now was helping this year's event. He allowed everyone to use his shop as a starting point for this amazing journey to SEMA. Call me naive, but I hadn't really planned for sub-zero temperatures and snow on the ground. We hadn't had Halloween yet. My NASCharger had arrived in glorious sunshine a few days previously. I wasn't expecting this. Even Troy's cats didn't like the cold start.
I believe I've got everybody's with Sam's. I'm going to use Sam as an example. We're waiting on him.
I'm not fantastic at doing my paperwork.
Alright guys, I've got the Mustang at the end of the road on the right. You'll be following me out. If you have any problems along the way and pull off, we'll pull off as a group. If the group ahead continues on, just radio up to me and let me know, and I'll find a safe place to pull over and we'll all catch up. If it's something that's going to take a long time, whoever's broke down, as long as they have a support vehicle, just keep on to our next destination.
We heard black ice. Everybody just be careful.
These meetings were really important. Our convoy would be almost 30 strong, as we had a few competitors with support vehicles and others who were acting as support for everyone else who didn't have any, i.e. me. Do you want me to stop for gas on this first one, or when we get to the end and turn left? Because I think it's best for me to stop on the first one. Because
You need fuel right now.
yeah, because I was stuck on the ramp this morning, up in the end we had no air.
Go get your fuel right now.
Yeah, you good? Cool. I was really proud of my creation, but I have to admit, refueling wasn't quick and easy.
Taking your time, Sam.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Let's just say I designed it to be useful, but it's not working out that way. There were other issues to deal with too. Windshield is completely frozen, so we need to scrape that real quick. I need to go. Scraping away the ice, I joined the convoy.
Yeah, so day one, what an amazing time. So many different cars, so many different people. You finally get to meet the people, see the vehicles. It was cold, snowing, crappy out, but we made the best of it.
It was super, super cold, and I could just imagine what they were going through. Definitely a difficult situation to leave when it was freezing. No heat in probably most of those vehicles, and they suffered through it. They did an awesome job, and to get to each destination, thawing out, when they got there. But it was quite the experience. Never seen anything like that.
I hadn't actually had the opportunity to test the NASCharger. Literally, it had done 40 miles since becoming a new entity, and now I was setting out on a 4-day, 1,500-mile trip in the worst possible conditions. I wasn't exactly brimming with confidence.
This is ridiculous. Minus 7 degrees Celsius, and we're in a 1970 Dodge Charger that has a NASCAR under it. I mean, what was I thinking? I know what I was feeling. what was I thinking? Ah, it's so cold! You know ice road truckers, right? Well, this is like ice road idiots. No traction control, no ABS, no heater, no enthusiasm, lots of snow, lots of ice, and a NASCAR. Stupid.
And rather importantly, no windshield wipers.
No, you don't need them. Race cars don't have windshield wipers, pal.
What happens when it snows or rains?
Then you're going to hang out the window and clear the windshield. My co-pilot will clear the windshield.
And to my luck, third gear was dead. That's right, all over.
From second to fourth, right there. Second to fourth.
Like a bus.
Roughly an hour later, we all pulled over. I wasn't the only car having issues. People had to scrape away ice, and as a convoy, we needed to regroup. We were all worried about the black ice and skidding into the car in front of us. When we got to a desolate area, most of us relieved our bladders too.
So we started off this morning and we had 4 inches of snow, -7 degrees. We pushed through the snow. We had a little bit of rain, a little bit of ice, and we're still trotting on through. The car's running good. Third gear's playing up, so it can't get third. I don't know how much fuel we're using, because I haven't got a fuel gauge. I don't know how fast we're going, because I have a speedo. But all I do know is we got music.
Special thanks to Arc Audio for providing an awesome sound system for the vehicle, one of my biggest backers. They've helped me on a few of my builds over the years. My cameraman Karl wasn't a big fan of my choice of music, but it helped pass the time as we cut along the prairies of Nebraska and Kansas as we headed west. There was another short stop to regroup a little later. This shot really highlights how long a convoy we were, but we were soon off again.
So cold, so chilly, but we're nearly there. We're 20 miles away from our first stop. So that'll be 197 miles we travelled, which is pretty flipping amazing considering I didn't do any miles in this before I left the UK. So things going well, guys, things going well.
Indeed they were. I was pretty happy to be part of this band of merry hot rodders. Although some of us appeared to have a few problems. Then, while we were on the interstate, things got a little bit, somewhat heated when some Lamborghinis decided to crash our wonderful cluster of coolness.
Look at the license plate, evil.
Sam, go up there and show him who's evil.
I can do that.
In the end, I let those Lambos buzz off. But this little race had attracted some attention from the authorities.
It's quite scary. See a helicopter above you and state trooper and a county sheriff, FBI looking vehicles going by, pulling all of us over. And the state trooper is having a baby. I mean, he is absolutely losing it. I've never seen a man so angry in all of my life. It's like I just asked his daughter to dinner. Like, he was angry Millers. He was so angry. And a county sheriff turns up, and he's a larger, more muscular, big boned man. And me and him were having a bit of a chat while Jeremy was trying to subdue the state trooper. And the state trooper was going loopy-loo. I could see him going, I said, Jeremy, and I'm just Mr. British, I'm property of the Queen, I'm so sorry. So I'm basically schmoozing with the old county sheriff. I'm like, mate, really sorry, I haven't got speedo, we're from England, we drive on the wrong side of the road, it's my fault, you know. And after a little bit of banter, he goes back and talks to the state trooper. Basically sort of says to him, look, these guys are on a charity, they're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God. And you know, we sort of had a bit of fun, and the sheriff says, can I take a few photos in your car? So no worries, take a few photos, and basically with a very stern warning. And by stern warning, he said, if I catch you speeding in any of my counties, okay, I am gonna hand deliver you to the cell myself. On that note, I was like, thank you very much. Do you want a hug? Gave the guy a hug and left rather quickly.
I think that was probably, definitely hands down, the highlight and the biggest memory right there. Was funny.
We did it, man. Let's go to Vegas, baby. Let's go.
As a test of my car, this had definitely been a challenge, but one that I've met head on. The Lamborghini Fracas had injected some excitement into an otherwise steady day, and I really enjoyed seeing the real small town America too. About 450 miles travelled and about 9 hours. Not bad, eh?
So day one, consistent -5 degrees. We've had snow, sleet, rain. We got pulled over by the state trooper, the police, the sheriff, and you know what? Didn't miss a beat. We got some fuel leaks, which we're gonna sort out, but you know what? Considering I didn't do any miles on that car in the UK, it didn't miss a beat. It pulled like a train. It's kicking out like 2-foot flames. I don't think it really gets any cooler than the NASCharger.
A lovely spread of food was laid on by Wayne and Eva Reynolds at their hot rod shop in a small town of Hugoton, Kansas. For us piston heads, there was plenty to drool over, and then all the attention was put on me.
So guys, if you get to see my dad, you can kind of see where my beard ambition comes from, right? He's got some hair everywhere. But I started this beard in February, the day I bought my car. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna push my beard out. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. But yeah, so I've been growing this since the day I started building the car, and now the car's here and it's kind of doing its job. I'm gonna start deleting certain sections of my beard for charity. And I don't really know how to do this in such an inappropriate way, so I'm going to take away this bottom piece first. I'm left with these horrible Chinese looking Fu Manchu parts. And then throughout the next couple of nights, I'm going to take more horrible sections away. I'm going to delete the bottom part to give me like a Paul Tuttle kind of moustache, and then horrible lamb chops, and then I'll go to like some Spanish kind of shit, and then I'll just delete everything. So I'm like a 12-year-old boy again. So there's a pot over here. Any money that you donate, I will donate and go on to the Just Giving page. So last night some of you guys gave me some cash. If you go onto the Just Giving page, that money has been put into the account and it says, "Are you radical donation?" And I've taken it out of my bank account and put it into the Just Giving page. So this money will not disappear into my drinking fund or my stripper fund. So he's not going to get paid with your money.
Could you repeat that again?
I will not be giving him money for lap dances with your money. Period.
If you want to give a donation, it's gonna be right here at the front of this table.
Carry on.
I guess you're not gonna let me do it?
Not tonight. Tomorrow.
Oh. So tomorrow, you know, we have to pause and watch this. Right, guys? Should we pause and watch him?
Maybe I should leave that. That's kind of weird.
Now remember, when you get pulled over, you have to explain that to the cops.
We don't get pulled over.
No, we don't get pulled over. Come on now.
Not one at a time, at least. When we get pulled over, we do it right, and all 30 vehicles get pulled over at once.
Yeah, but it took 8 of them to do it.
How's that?
It's hideous.
Feels cold. I feel like I've been violated by a strimmer. I feel like I had an accident with a tin of Vagisil. No, what's the other stuff? You know, like the beard, the hairless remover, that kind of stuff. Hair remover, yeah. Veet.
There's plenty more action to come from this radical rod drive off to SEMA and then to SEMA itself, so keep on track with our new releases. We're releasing at least one video a week from Wednesday, but sometimes we'll be delivering more.
Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
So guys, another tip for you today. Remember, when you get in that car, I want you to be pressing every button. Really upset that guy, you know. Turn the blowers on. Do they work on settings 1 to 4, okay? The setting only works on number 4 on the blowers. That means that the resistor is on its way out. What a resistor does, okay, is when you go between number 1 and number 4 on a blower switch,
number 4 is direct current. So the electric comes through into your switch and goes back out in a full power mode. So basically there's no restriction of electricity, so the blower is on full blast. When you top it on 2 or 3 or 1, the resistor pack will resist the amount of power going through that switch, therefore allowing the blower to turn slower. If the blower only works on number 4, there's quite a big chance that it'll be the resistor at fault. These can range between 20 and 150 pounds. They can be quite easy to fix and replace, so you can normally watch a YouTube tutorial to see how that's done. The other problem you have, guys, is radios, okay? A lot of manufacturers now, unless you have the document in front of you, they will not give you a radio code. Turn that radio on and make sure it doesn't say code or safe, because a radio to get unlocked can cost in the hundreds of pounds. Most manufacturers, as long as you send them a copy of the V5 certificate or your title document, will tell you what the radio cue is for a small fee, normally around 20 to 50 pounds. But yeah, another trip of the day, guys.
Time for Make or Break to take a break. See you on Wednesday for regular episodes, but we might be releasing more snippets on other days in the near future, so follow us on social media for updates about that. We're on all major platforms. Goodbye for now.